How about we take this outside?
I worked in a Wetherspoons, super cheap UK pub that was really close to the train station in my city. It happened to be the cheapest place to get drunk before moving on to the clubs and was close enough to loads of other bars. So we would be stacked to the rafters from about 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. full of absolute sozzled fanny heads. This one particular evening was super busy and I was collecting empty glasses. I was under a lot of pressure from my boss to get rid of the empties, because they were stacking up on every table. So I was swooping round grabbing up jars, deftly dancing round the drunkards, like a poorly paid ninja. I get to this one table and there is a drink on the side that has like a dribble left in it, and I mean a dribble. So I thought to myself, sod it, it's going. This lager is tepid, probably been abandoned. No bother, job's a good un. But before I could turn around I was accosted by what I can only describe as a big hairy man. Because that's what he was. Very drunk, very angry. He loomed over me and said, "You gonna get me a Nuva one then?" You threw away my pint. Quote. To which I replied, "No," and attempted to move on with my life. This guy grabbed me, stopped me from leaving, and I started to see his crew gather around him, all equally pissed and all very goonish. Clearly I had disturbed the alpha buffoon. "Do you want to take this outside?" He leered in closely. "Yeah, go on then. Let's take this outside," I replied curtly from out of my skinny face. I am not a fighter. If you saw my body you would know I was built to run away. I put down the glasses in my hand and casually beckoned him and the rest of his crew outside, flexing my neck muscles and pumping my twiggy arms. I walked out of the door and watched as the whole gaggle of idiots flowed onto the street outside, fight expectant, baying for blood. When the last flatulent steroid had passed the threshold, I turned casually to the bouncers and said, "Don't let these boys back in. They just threatened to attack me." And I sauntered back to work, leaving the group of shafted slime moholds stuck outside, looking very upset.
I caught a last glimpse of one particular alpha ball bag, a look of wallpaper paste across his meaty face, still confused, trying to work out what had just happened to him.
That's big dick energy right there.
Sounds about right for a Wetherspoons in that location. Everyone in the UK of drinking age is probably familiar with their local trash clientele. Wetherspoons. It's so odd because in my local city centre there are 3 which go from trash to good within a 5-minute walk of each other. Brilliantly described. I could see the whole episode in my mind. As an old bouncer, well played that man. Used to love the old come to the front door, beer garden as I can't hear you, they'd follow you outside and you'd say, "Jog on, you're not getting back in." Cue violence or bottom lip trembling. Violence never solved anything, it just made me feel better. I read that and then immediately had to read it out loud to my hubby. Marvelous story. You have a delightful way with words, my friend. Haha. Yeah, I can see that. The Wetherspoons crowd is an interesting one, shall we say. Tears of joy. I am curious whereabouts this was, so I know which Wetherspoons to avoid. But I'll respect your privacy there, lol. LMFAO. Hilarious. Did they make violent attempts to get back in? I just love your choice of names and adjectives. Only question I have, are the drinks paid for each time? Or did they leave a hefty unpaid tab? I love the quick thinking. I'm just curious about the business fallout. Ha ha ha, that was slick. I love it. Compliments to your use of adjectives here. Sympathize entirely with you here. On the flip side, I have however had 1/3 to a half pints removed before today before I could finish. Years ago, when I queried this, had an aggressive response. TBH. One other time, we were served at a shitty little local pub. Long since gone and no surprise. About 90 minutes before regular closing, only to be told to drink up and get out 10 minutes later. obviously still annoys me 40 years later. That's exactly how Patrick Swayze did it in a scene from Roadhouse. Glad you were paying attention. You've got a great turn of phrase up. Do you write for a living? That deserves a round of applause. I just came to say you have a way with words, and please, kind sir, I would like a subscription to your posts. Lol, sounds like the Gravesend Weatherspoons. Tears of joy, tears of joy. LMAO. You broke them by making them think you were going to fight and then just left them outside. I would also be a little confused if it happened to me. Well played, mate. And the language has been a great reminder of my old home. Cold sweat smile. You handled it well. Stay safe out there. Boom. Spoons close to a station. Aberist with